I mentor a lot of people who are not even coming from the IT industry.
Mm.
There's people who are coming from civil engineering, some were doing something related to medicine or don't even understand it, but they are in IT now and they're doing very, very well without
Yeah.
no support background, just straight to cloud.
I've done my certifications, and then what?
They will give you the opportunity. If they see you that this person loves this thing and he can do this thing, they will give you this opportunity. As long as you go out there and sell yourself. So sometimes you can go to an interview and be desperate. And obviously when you become desperate, they will give you less money.
Hi guys, welcome to the village, and I am so delighted to welcome back UTK, our friend Utakalani, back to the village. He is a senior DevOps engineer slash cloud specialist. Okay, he's been in the IT industry for over 12, close to 15 years. Been job hopping. I think he has worked in 10 companies already, but he's been in cloud for the past 5 years. TK is going to be sharing some tips with us, how to prepare ourselves for interviews, how to position ourselves in the industry, so that's the context for this video. Part 1 of his journey, I'm going to leave it in the description box in case you don't know who TK is. Let's welcome TK to the village. Hi TK, welcome back to the village. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
I'm good. You are back. Back by popular demand.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Yeah, TK, I know there are people who might not be familiar with you. We can't assume that everyone has seen part 1, but can you tell us what is the difference between a cloud engineer and a DevOps engineer? Because on your LinkedIn, it says you're a cloud engineer, but when I'm speaking to you, you say no, DevOps engineer. What's the difference?
Yes, maybe my title officially it's written cloud engineer, but what I do on a daily basis, I'm a DevOps engineer. So the difference between two, a cloud engineer, it's someone who mainly deal with your infrastructure side of cloud. We're talking about maybe managing the network, managing security within your cloud environment, creating the compute services, dealing with billing as well, or cost optimization, something like that. But when we talk about a DevOps engineer, we're talking about someone who works mainly with a little bit of developer and also operations. So that's why it's called DevOps. So that dev is coming from development, and then ops is operation. So you, the middleman between those two teams. So you make sure that when the developer write their own code, you make sure that that code needs to come and make an application at the end of the day. Now, there's so many things or tools that will be involved for you to make that application to be deployed or to be an application or to be accessible by your end users. So obviously, as a DevOps, you need to be dealing with stuff like your pipelines, CI/CD pipelines. You also need to create some of your configuration, maybe using Ansible, a little bit of infrastructure if you're using Terraform. You also need to use your containers, stuff like your Docker, your Kubernetes. If you're on cloud, obviously it's going to be AKS. If you Microsoft Azure, and EKS if you're on AWS. So that's the main important difference between a cloud engineer and a DevOps engineer.
Okay, clear. So, which not qualifications, but certifications that are useful for becoming a DevOps engineer?
So in terms of certifications or qualifications that are most important if you want to become a DevOps engineer, obviously cloud. I always advise people to start with cloud. You can choose whether AWS or Microsoft Azure, and obviously you will need a bit of Linux. Even if you're not certified, but you need to understand how to use Linux. Even if you have a Windows machine, you can still learn how to use Linux because you can just install a Linux terminal on your Windows machine. And also you need a certification like your CKA, with that's for Kubernetes, certified administrator. You also need to understand Git. I'm not too sure if Git has a certification as it, but you need to understand Git, and you also need to understand infrastructure code. So infrastructure as a code, You can learn Terraform, which is the most important one, and also Ansible is also important because Terraform will handle your infrastructure configuration using code. But when you talk about Ansible, will handle your configuration of your application when you combine or when you configure your application. I think those are the most important qualification or knowledge skills that you need in order for you to become a DevOps engineer.
Okay, can I skip the cloud engineer part and just become a DevOps engineer, or I need to start with cloud to get some background?
It depends because I always prefer. Obviously, you can't say you want to become a DevOps, but you want to start by writing Kubernetes. Kubernetes, you also need to understand cloud before you jump into Kubernetes. It's like, okay, I need a metric certificate. I'm doing grade 8, so let me jump straight into grade 12. So it's impossible. So I always advise step by step, take it easy, no shortcuts. Um, yeah, start with cloud because cloud is the backbone of everything. So it's the one that will give you your path that you are looking for. So I would advise everyone to start with cloud. It doesn't matter Azure or AWS or GCP. It's up to you.
Okay. So please emphasize, I know you just emphasized it, but just elaborate a bit more the importance of cloud knowledge if you want to become a DevOps engineer.
Yeah. So the importance of cloud knowledge is because you if you're a DevOps engineer, you need to know where you're deploying your application, and then the application is deploying where into the cloud. So obviously you need to know where you're deploying the application. Getting to understand the cloud first before you understand the DevOps is the most important thing. And then also it's not just about understanding the service. Okay, this is EC2, this is AKS, this is. You also need to understand how the AWS services connect or communicate to each other, how to build the architect, how to design, how to scale my application for it, for instance, depending on the application maybe that you'll be building in that environment. But cloud, it's the gate.
Okay. Can you just give us best resources? You know, it could be online learning platforms, courses, books, where we can learn about DevOps. Okay, let's say now I've done my cloud basics. What are the cloud basics? What are the certifications for cloud basics? What are they called? Like, you know, when I want to learn my cloud basics.
So yeah, each and every cloud provider has a foundation level certification. So for Microsoft Azure, it's called AZ900 Azure Fundamental, and then for AWS, it's called AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. So those certifications or those courses will teach you about the services. They will tell you this is VPC, this it's for what and why and the importance of it. They will not teach you how to connect VPC and EC2, how to join, how to log into EC2. No. They won't teach you that, but they will teach you the services and explain the services so that when you jump into the second certificate, you know the services because the second certificate will be combining those services that you learn from the foundation certificate. I always advise people, no shortcut, start with the foundation certificate.
Okay, got you. TK, before you moved to cloud, you've worked as a network systems engineer, you've worked as IT support. That's where you got started. Do you think we also need that type of experience before we can branch into cloud?
Not necessarily. But obviously, if you're coming with that experience and knowledge and certifications, it will help you to understand cloud easier than if you just come in blank without any experience, any IT knowledge or something. But in most cases, I think people who are coming as developers, they get to understand this easily. And then also people who are coming from support, they get to understand this very, very, very easily.
Okay, but also I can just come from somewhere else, right? Without the IT background.
Definitely, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I mean, I mentor a lot of people who are not even coming from the IT industry.
Mm.
There's people who are coming from civil engineering, some were doing something related to medicine or don't even understand it, but they are in IT now, and they're doing very, very well without no
Yeah.
support background, just straight to cloud.
Okay. So which skills should I focus on? Okay, now DevOps, okay, I see that's another level. But for someone, because I know most people who would watch this video are people who want to get maybe into cloud, right? Yes, there will be people who want to get into DevOps, but there will be some people who want to get into cloud. So for those people, which certifications of skills, like the people from civil engineering, for instance, the people that you were just mentioning now, like people with medicine background, it's funny because these days when I publish pay slips of people with certain degrees and they're not earning well, I tend to always
Yeah.
tell them about, hey guys, no, go to the tech industry, especially if you had math. I think when I took care, you had math leads, right?
Yes,
Yeah, you
I
did
did
math
message.
leads. Okay. Okay, guys, he did math leads. TK, I want to know for someone who wants to move to cloud from other industries, the people that you've just mentioned now, that maybe they have civil engineering background. So, which certifications, what should they start with, those people?
So for certification for people who are coming from a different background, not IT related. So obviously fundamental is always the best. So start with the foundation. If you want to pursue your Azure, obviously start with the AZ. Or even before you do that, just go and read about cloud. What is cloud? Why cloud? What's going to happen in the near future when we'll talk about cloud. And then after that, then once you understand the the reasoning behind cloud or the main purpose of cloud, then you can start learning the concept of it, which is your foundation level, your AZ900 if you pursuing your Azure level, and then CLF C02 if you're pursuing the AWS one, and then that foundation level also will give you an understanding of the path that you want to take. I've got so many people that I'm mentoring in DevOps, but they say, hey, you know what? I know you love DevOps. I know you want me to do DevOps, but I'm passionate about cloud security. So once you do that foundation level, you will find yourself being passionate about something different, but within cloud. There's so many divisions within cloud that you can do. It's not just cloud engineer or DevOps. There's a lot.
Okay, okay. That's that's good to know. But okay, from those foundations, then I've done my certifications. And then what next? What can I do? Like in terms of projects to now gain experience. But that's the big elephant in the room. I've done my certifications, and then what?
Yes. Yeah, but remember that foundation certificate it will be almost impossible for you to get a job with that certification.
Mhm.
So if you want to get a job as quick as possible, obviously you will need to jump into the associate level of your certification. I always advise people that watch a video once. Most of the videos they don't even go more than 15 hours. Watch a video once, repeat the same video. Whatever the lecture is doing, do it on your personal laptop because you can always do it for free anyway. That's hands-on lab. You learning it practically, and that's what you're gonna do when you get a job. And those are the questions that they will ask you when you go for an interview. And then you're busy scrolling on TikTok or something. Someone is demonstrating something. Go and Google that thing. Try to create it. Get those error message. Go and troubleshoot it. Fix it. That's how you learn. Because if you just build something and just go straight no error message, you will learn. You will learn. So get those
Okay.
difficult stuff. Build those complicated architect, and then you will learn from them.
Okay, so we need to get to the associate level in order to be able to look for a job. Is that what you're saying? The associate certificates.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, you need to have the associate certifications. Um, uh, After associate, obviously there's professional certifications as well. But professional in most cases, most people who write the professional certificates is people who already have experience because they can be difficult, to be honest. Even the specialty exams. So specialty is when if you want to focus on security, it will be a certificate that will be mainly focusing on AWS security. If you are AI, it will be a certificate focusing mainly on AI, something like that, but
Mm.
within the cloud environment.
Yes, no, I get you. Guys, please don't forget to like and share this video and leave any questions that you might have for OTK. So OTK, because a lot of people, they're worried about experience. Now, let's say I've got my associate certificate, right? What can I expect from, okay, first of all, where do I do like my practice projects? How do I do that?
So there's so many platforms that you can use to do your own personal projects. So you can start by using uh, something like your Wiz Labs. They'll give you a platform. You don't have to pay for that environment that you're building, but obviously you will pay for the subscription that you bought with them. But whatever you deploy, whatever you create there, you don't pay. Even if you forget, you leave it. You don't pay for it. You can also create your own by creating your own personal account for free. But obviously, there's some limitations there and there. I just make sure that you remove whatever you created after that, and then once you created, let's say you created a small application, a calculator application. Now, create a GitHub repository, put that code in the repository, write a blog, share it on LinkedIn. Some hiring manager will see that, no, you know what, this guy is trying. He tried this thing, he got this. Even the error message that you'll be facing, put those error message. When I was trying to deploy, I got this error message, and this is how I fix it. And I was trying to access this EC2, I got this error message. It's because of this security group. Something like that. They want that because they want someone who is passionate about something. Remember, cloud is still new in Africa. I don't think cloud has more than 10 years in Africa at the moment. So it's not about your experience, it's about the passion that you have in the cloud or in the platform. They will give you the opportunity. If they see you that this person loves this thing and he can do this thing, they will give you those opportunities. As long as you go out there and sell yourself. And the best place to sell yourself is LinkedIn.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about using LinkedIn effectively, and how it has helped you? Because now you are just saying, you don't do this, and then just post it on LinkedIn. People are always embarrassed to do those things.
Now, the good thing about LinkedIn is not like the other social media platform that I'm not going to mention.
Yeah.
There, even if you post something, even if you post that you failed something, there's no one who will say something bad to you. 99% of the people on LinkedIn will be motivating you, and 100% of people on LinkedIn will be congratulating you. So even if it's a small thing, a small progress that you created, post it on LinkedIn, and people will love it. People will start following you because they can see that this person really loves what they don't care about your level of knowledge, but they know that one day you will be a good engineer, a good architect, or good a DevOps engineer, or something like that.
So for cloud, we're gonna get to. I think we've spoken about DevOps, how to prepare for an interview, like which questions to expect. But for cloud, what can I expect? Like, let's say I'm going to an interview for like junior cloud engineer. What can I expect?
So if you're going for, but also it depends on the company and the department and the interviewer as well. Sometimes you can get people who will grill you, but obviously you should expect questions about the most core AWS services. Obviously, you need to understand compute. You need to understand what is PaaS, what is IaaS, what is SaaS. You need to understand storage. You need to understand a little bit of security. You need to understand the shared responsibility. Okay, who is responsible for what in terms of AWS? But as long as it's the most basic stuff, if you're going for a junior position, I think you should succeed on an interview. And another tip that I can give you, when you go for an interview, always make sure that you impress the hiring manager and the HR.
TK, I want us to talk about the salary a range for junior. Can we do junior DevOps? Like, let's just say I'm starting out now. What can people expect?
Yeah, this one is also difficult because it depends on the company. And it also depends on how you sell yourself during the interview. So sometimes you can go to an interview and be desperate, and obviously when you become desperate, they will give you less money. So range wise, we're looking at maybe starting from 25,000 gross, maybe up until 50,000 gross. Maybe for
For
mid
junior.
or maybe a little bit senior, we're talking about from 40 gross to 80 gross. And then more senior, obviously, yeah, we're talking about big money.
Okay, so for junior DevOps, we can expect about 25 for junior. Can they earn 25,000 while they have some experience? Like maybe they'll be coming from cloud or software engineer. So that's what I'm asking.
So if you are transitioning from a software engineer and you want to become a DevOps and you're going to be starting as a junior, your pay slip will not allow you to start from 21,000. So if you're as a developer, you're earning 40, obviously they might say, okay, we'll give you the same money, but you will switch the role. In most cases,
Okay.
that's what. But they can't say because this is junior and then you don't have knowledge, but your pay slip is 40. Now we're giving you 25. No, they can't do that. It's either obviously you even yourself you will reject them. So they will start based on your current salary.
Oh, okay. No, because that's what I was worried about. So, but TK, are you now a senior DevOps? You are senior now.
So me, I'll rate myself depending or based on what I do. I'm a senior multi-cloud slash DevOps engineer. That's me.
Okay.
When I say multi-cloud, it's because I use Azure and AWS. That's why.
Which one is mostly used in South Africa? I heard it's Azure that is mostly used in South Africa because South African companies love Microsoft.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, in Africa, most companies they use Microsoft, but in terms of cloud, number one is AWS because the AWS is the one who started cloud. That's why they're still number one.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the cost. Yeah, this is my last question. Let's talk about the cost. Like, how much will it cost for me to become, like, to complete the full DevOps stack? For me to be the certified DevOps stack, how much can you estimate for us?
Um, it depends because it's not something that you can say you will finish in a year or 2 years. Most of the stuff you continue learning them once it's already working. But if we talk about your normal AWS certification, they start from $100. They're the fundamental one, they're the foundations one, and then if you were to go Microsoft way, Microsoft is much cheaper. The last time I wrote, I think it was $55 per exam, all Microsoft exams, and your CKA is the one which is more expensive. That's the Kubernetes one, and the Jenkins one as well. It needs a little bit of money. And Linux, if you want to go for your Red Hat exams, those are way too expensive. But for a start, your $100 obviously is less than 2,000 rand. You once you start with that foundation level, you spend that 2,000 rand. The good thing about AWS is that once you pass the first exam and then you want to book the second exam, they give you the 50% discount because you passed the first exam. So if the next exam, because they start from 150, which means your associate certifications is $75, which is cheaper.
Oh,
So just
okay.
make sure that you don't fail. You just make sure that you don't fail so that you can keep that 50% discount.
Oh, okay. No, that's good to know,
And then
guys.
you can.
That's good to know. Guys, please don't forget to like and share this video. Today is TK's birthday and his wife. I had to grab him.
And my twin sister.
It's the I had to grab him. It's Friday. I can see that you are in a party mood. Yeah, it's your birthday today. And yeah, congratulations. The last time you were here, you were not married yet, and you got married last year, December.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. Uh,
Yes.
but yeah, what are the last words that you can share with us, TK? Not just from a DevOps perspective, just the technology industry in South Africa. What do you think? Like anyone who wants to get into the industry?
So I would say the industry is still open, guys. And I also have a group where I share a lot of study material for free, because I'm tired of saying studying is free, but it is, or let me say it's almost free. So you can almost get any study material that you want for free, depending on who you connected to or who you talk to. But if you connected to right people, you can get study material, study for free as long as you've got your internet and your laptop or your computer. You're sitting at home, you can study at your own pace when you're ready. We also have people who help those who can't afford to buy the vouchers. We also help those people as well. We contribute and buy you a voucher. Obviously, we have to assess you to see if you are ready for that exam. But yeah, we also help with that as well. And yeah, we push a lot of people and mentor a lot of people who go to schools, speak on radios as well, um, trying to teach people that technology is here. We shouldn't be afraid of it, and watch out for AI because AI is the one booming at the moment. Yeah, I see a lot of people complaining, "Hey, we're gonna lose our jobs." I, I don't know if people will lose their jobs because of AI, but yeah, watch the space, guys. AI is here. If you want to learn it,
Yeah,
very much open.
yeah. No, definitely. AI is here. It's not going anywhere. Shem.
Yeah.
TK, please say bye to the village. Thank you so much for your time. I'll leave the links of things that we discussed today in the description box, guys. You can say your goodbyes now.
Just this, guys. Thank you so much again. Enjoy.
Bye.
Okay, guys, we've come to the end of this video. Please leave any questions that you might have for UTK, and share it with someone that might need it. If you are someone who still like to transition to the technology industry without the IT or tech degree, you can check out the Get Into Tech guide. It's in the description box. I include pathways for cloud engineering, software testing, software engineering, data analytics, and digital marketing. Yes, digital marketing is part of the technology industry. And if we are being honest, I think it's one of the easier paths. Like, if you are someone who's struggling to find a job, who's like really trying to get something going, I really think digital marketing and software testing are one of the easier paths. That's just me, okay? I know some people might think differently. Check out the description box. And guys, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.